Obviously, the marquee runner here is Britton Wilson. But right there with her, close behind, Rashida Adeleke, fabulous sprinter from Texas. She's also from Ireland. She's actually, as you see her there in lane 6, kind of an Irish Texan. We go upstairs to y'all, partners. Dwight?
Thank you, John. Adeleke was part of that 4x100-meter collegiate record we saw earlier to open the show. She will be starting in this 400 meters, her specialty, in lane number 6.
Well, she can run a lot of different distances, 100, 200, 400. I think she's going to challenge for the title. I think she'll get through here, give Britton Wilson a run in the finals. Getting a chance to talk to Edward Florial, he said he'd like to see her run more 100-meter races because she owns every Irish record from 60 meters to 400 except for the 100. That's how good she is.
They might be having some issues with the timing. Trying to get that handled after a couple of straightaway races. Not to be ignored, inside of Adeleke in lane number 5, the sophomore from Arkansas, Nikisha Price, also from Jamaica, a transfer from Iowa Western Community College, number 7 amongst collegians this year. Arkansas is just loaded with quarter milers.
We'll see 5 Arkansas runners in the 3 heats of the 400 meters here. And if Chris Johnson got all 5 through the finals, he'd say, I wish I had 6.
It's a lane race, so the first 2 finishers will automatically qualify through to the finals. And then the next 3 positions on time over the 3 heats. And it is Price out well early. She's made up the stagger on Adeleke. And out in lane 8, that is Alyssa Marsh of Ohio State, going well. It'll be close coming off the turn between Adeleke and Price. It's going to be Adeleke. Price is there. And then Jataja Jones of Southern California trying to get that second position. She's going to lean and maybe gets it right at the end. The junior from USC trying to lean in to get that second automatic qualifier. No, she just missed out. It was Price. They gave them the same time, but it was Price. But Adeleke 49.86 to win the heat.
Well, Coach Flo said that Adeleke is still figuring out the pacing of this 400 meters, and she's run it a few different ways. She's gone out early this season, kind of died at the end. She's gone out slow, a little too slow. But he says as she just gets more experience, buys in more and more to the 400 meters, she just gets better and better at it. You see in the ease in which she pulled away from the other competitors. She said one thing that she's still adjusting to is really the mindset of being a 400-meter runner all through the week. It's very much being like a football player. There's a pad level that these guys go into practice each and every day. You got to have a certain kind of mindset to run the 400 meters week in and week out.
That's Adeleke's 3rd time under 50 seconds, and that's a lifetime best for Nikisha Price at 50.30. So she comes away with an automatic qualifier as well as a lifetime best. It is the national championships after all. As we get ready for now the second of these 3 semifinal heats, and there's the collegiate record holder, Britton Wilson, the junior from Arkansas. She set that record twice at the SEC championships 3.5 weeks ago in Baton Rouge. Once in the semifinal and once in the final.
Well, she doesn't care if it's the finals or the semifinal. She runs hard. She runs to win. And before these championships, she had a talk with Coach Chris Johnson, and she said, well, what do you want me to do? And he said, well, what do you want to do? And they both just decided that they're gonna try the double, the 400 meters and the 400 meter hurdles. She only had 35 minutes in between the championships in between both finals at the SEC championships, and they want her to go for it. You know, it's never been done before, but he trusts that she can get the recovery she needs, and hopefully, you know, they won't need her in the 4x400 meters today, so she can get a little bit of a rest.
3 Razorbacks next to each other in this heat. Paris Peoples in 4, Rosie Effiong in 5, and Britton Wilson, the collegiate record holder at the distance, in 6. That's a good thing for Effiong and Peoples. Collegiate record is 49.13 by Britton Wilson. And out quickly is Jaden Wood of Ohio State. Out lane 8, she's made up the stagger, but there goes Britton Wilson. She steps out on the gas.
Well, and she is just a great example of turnover. She has just incredible turnover and just an absolute metronome in timing, and she just never seems to slow down.
Britton Wilson dominating. Her teammate Effiong will come off second.
All right, now let's keep a look at that clock. She was this far ahead at the SEC championships when she broke the record.
We're watching that. And she just misses it. 49.37, that's her. It's a meet record, at least, breaking the meet record of Athing Mo, the Olympic champion and world champion at 800 meters. You might remember in the Olympic years, she only ran 400s for the speed work.
Well, you think about the Bowerman Award at the end of this season, it's going to be really hard if Julian Alfred continues to run the way that she's running. Britton Wilson, but just look at this. She just is running at another level. She doesn't look tired. She doesn't look fatigued. And she just keeps motoring. She's just an engine out there.
She did drag her teammate Rosie Effiong with her into the finals. So Arkansas sweep of sorts, with Bailey Lear of USC finishing 3rd. But I believe that is Britton Wilson's second fastest 400. I think she ran 49.39 in the semifinal at SEC. So she just keeps on going. She might give us something special to remember on Saturday in the finals. Also, remember, she's just a junior. 3rd and final semifinal heat of this 400 meters. And there is Talitha Diggs, and she was last year, 2022, she was the Britton Wilson at the NCAA level.
And what's amazing, after that season that Talitha Diggs had last year, we thought that was as good as it can get for a collegiate 400-meter runner. She wins the NCAA indoors, NCAA outdoors, U.S. championships, and then she's on the 4x400-meter relay at the World Championships that wins the gold medal. And I think she was a little bit exhausted from that season. There we see Jameisha Arnold in this race having an outstanding season as well from Texas A&M, transfer from Coastal Carolina. She's ranked in the top 5 in the 400 meters as well. But Talitha Diggs, you know, just hasn't quite come alive yet. She ran better races at the SEC championships. She continues to improve every round. She looked good at regionals.
And also important that Diggs gets through from a standpoint of Florida's team title hopes. Arnold 6, Diggs in 7. Arkansas with another quarter miler in this heat as well. Joanne Reed down in lane number 3. And Kennedy Simon of Texas in lane 4. Pretty even this first 150 meters or so.
Well, this is where Talitha Diggs usually asserts herself with about 130, 120 meters to go. You see how she comes off the turn.
Kennedy Simon comes off the turn first in lane 4 for Texas. And for Michigan, Zaya Holman making a move here. Diggs into the lead. It's Diggs and Holman, and that's the way it finishes. Those are your automatic qualifiers in this third semifinal. 50-35 for Diggs in first place. And for Holman, 50-40. That's a big personal best for her, half a second off her lifetime best.
Well, I like the way Talitha Diggs really responded from that pressure just to her outside. Zaya Holman making a move, had good momentum coming down the home straight. Talitha Diggs felt her and said, you know what, I gotta win this heat. Got to come away with this heat. And when you talk about all the things that Talitha Diggs did last year, it shines an even brighter light on the things that Britton Wilson has been able to do this season. These two, between them, Talitha Diggs and Britton Wilson, are changing the 400 meters at the collegiate level.
What a big lifetime best for that young lady. Zaya Holman went from 50-90 to 50-40 in that semifinal. In that long jump, there are the advancers to finals in the 400. It took 51-20 to make it through to Saturday. When we return,